Although it was straight games, it was just compelling, wasn't it, from the off. Ahsan and Setiawan of Indonesia, the 6 seeds and 2014 champions, found a way past Kimura and Sonoda, the 3rd seeds, downed. Now, turning our attention onto this one then, our 4th semi-final is a women's singles top 5 clash of the titans between current and former world #1s TAI Tzu Ying and Akane Yamaguchi, a repeat of last year's women's singles final here at the Yonex All England Open.
Red. Red. Red it is. Service. Side.
So Akane Yamaguchi electing to serve and stay ends. So perfect symmetry in the women's singles draw right now. The top 4 seeds all through to their designated semi-final spots as we take a look at the vitals of the 24-year-old from Kaohsiung, Chinese Taipei, the world #1 and twice defending champion TAI Tzu Ying. So there we are. What a match in prospect between these two. This is her path through, yet to drop a game. Such a solid showing for TAI Tzu Ying. The win over the Canadian, and then the American, and then the Indian yesterday. We really enjoyed all of her matches so far, but she has just been standout, and it's armed with that sense of nonchalant ease as well. The way that she goes about her business is really quite exciting. And there's Akane Yamaguchi, of course, the sprightly 21-year-old from Fukui in Japan, in this all-seeded clash. Route through, downing the Spaniard Corrales, and then Blichfeld, the Dane, in round 2 in straight games. Had a tight match yesterday with He Bingzhou, who's much improved and always very dangerous with those lofty hand skills that she has. That took a little out of Yamaguchi, you'd reckon. Just over an hour and 6 minutes it took her, the 4th seed. But any time you get to watch 2 top 5 athletes going toe-to-toe, it's a real treat. Paul Hand alongside Morten Frost, and Morten, you can see there the head-to-head showing TAI Tzu Ying leads marginally 7-6, but it is indeed Yamaguchi who's won the last 2, so it should be an absolute belter.
Yeah, Yamaguchi won in the French Open final as well in October, and as we just saw, she won at the World Tour finals in December.
Ready to play.
Yeah, this is a very interesting match. It's, of course, almost 2 contrasting styles in the way that Yamaguchi is a retrieving player, but don't get deceived, she can play some really fantastic shots as well. But of course, the woman here in the picture, the player in the picture here in the blue, she's got hand skills like you have never seen before. She can really play some nice, tricky shots, and that is, of course, spiced up with good physique, fast movement, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, she's only contested 1 tournament this year, TAI Tzu Ying, but that seems secondary. She's on form, we know that, and well, this should be an absolute belter.
TAI Tzu Ying, she was injured late last year, so she was not completely fully recovered when she played the tournament in January in Malaysia.
Looking for a hat-trick of All England Open titles is TAI Tzu Ying.
Yeah, the last one to do that was Si Seng-Fan from China. She did in 2005, 6 and 7.
Women's singles semi-final from the top of the draw. She became world #1 in women's singles in December 2016 and has been ranked there for 117 weeks, not consecutively though, but still, what a long time that is to be world #1.
2 love. Out. 3 love.
The two players need to settle in to the match.
3.
A few unforced errors here in the opening rallies, but that will soon be over. Look at that one as well. Of course, it's a fantastic shot from TAI Tzu Ying, but still should be a shot that Yamaguchi should be able to get back.
Well, get used to it. There'll be a lot of those collective sort of gasps from the crowd of disbelief whenever this lady takes centre stage.
Yeah, she played two of her favourite shots, the backhand clear cross court, which not a lot of women can do. And then, of course, that holding shot at the front on the forehand side.
Service over. 2-5.
Look at the touch. And once again, there's this deception at the net. That's really so extraordinary from TAI Tzu Ying. Look at this one. And that's, of course, setting her up very nicely there. Previous rally, we saw it from the forehand side. This time it was from the backhand side. A lot of pressure on Yamaguchi's short forehand corner. Scraping a lot to get it back, but still doing really well. And this is what Yamaguchi is hoping for. The more she can get back, the more she can put TAI Tzu Ying to the back of the court, the more chances she's got for the fact that maybe TAI Tzu Ying will make mistakes like this. One of her favourite shots there from Yamaguchi, the cross-court smash from the round-ahead situation. This time is wide of the sideline. But it's very clear to see that Yamaguchi has got a plan, she's got a game plan, and she's trying to pin TAI Tzu Ying as much as she can to the back line.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges. Called.
Yeah, we have a challenge. I fear for her that that one is unsuccessful. It's called in. Nope. It's out.
Correction. Out.
So the challenge is successful. Really well spotted there by Yamaguchi.
7.
Closing the gap to 2 points, 5-7.
Wow, pace and precision there from the world #1. More than anything to read into their previous couple of matches. I mean, I know the last win from Yamaguchi was courtesy of a retirement in the second game at the HSBC BWF World Tour finals, wasn't it? But Will she be concerned about that, do you think? It doesn't look like it so far.
No, she's not concerned about that. But it was a straight win in the French Open in the final. It was really, really a tough match. And Yamaguchi just stuck to her guns and kept her at the back a lot and really fought so hard. And eventually, I think it was like 21-19 in the third game. It was really, really close.
Is that what it's all about today for the Japanese? Just pinning the world #1 back as deep as she can, as often as she can, to stop her from being creative, right?
Yes, exactly. TAI Tzu Ying is so strong when it comes to the first 1/3 of the court. Always playing with delays, always these small disguises. Makes it so difficult.
Seven, 9.
But as you can see as well, mistakes are creeping into the game of TAI Tzu Ying. She's played that a lot. So the forehand, that short forehand of Yamaguchi.
Service over. 10-7.
Almost getting out of trouble there, Yamaguchi.
Spreading the court mesmerically there, TAI Tzu Ying. She comes to the turn with a 4-point cushion, 11 points to 7. Well, the world #1 has hit the ground running out here. It's been a good start from her. And she's kept in front throughout in this opener so far. 11-7 her lead. Incidentally, in that French Open win that Morten was speaking about, Akane Yamaguchi did steal that opening game, 22 points to 20. And then won the third as well. You do sense she'll have to do the same today against a very impressive twice defending champion. And on cue, another moment of magic from the world #1.
7.
And once again, that was that short forehand corner. Second time round, she's missing that one.
14-7.
And that she cannot afford. She must start scoring just a few points on that one as well. Good follow-up there by TAI Tzu Ying. Oh, that's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty. That attacking clear cross court. Of course, utilising the fact that Akane Yamaguchi is not the tallest of players, so that she is just pumping that cross court. And look at the result.
well. It was a run of 6 straight points for the world #1, and she plays when she's on form with sort of a majestic lethargy, doesn't she? But that perhaps comes to haunt her sometimes.
Yeah, good return of serve there. Positive return of serve from TAI Tzu Ying. Pushing it into the deep forehand corner there. And look how Yamaguchi completely caught. There is no doubt that the player in blue really means business.
Service over, 10-16.
A hat-trick of Japanese points.
(11-16).
Yeah, this is a difficult shot for Yamaguchi. Under a lot of pressure on that backhand side. Opting to go for the straight drop shot, but that is a very tricky one to play in that situation. Important here for Yamaguchi to hang in. Stretch the game for as long as possible. Keep her opponent on the court.
It's over, 13-19.
It's out.
Oh, it didn't miss by much. She thought about a challenge, didn't she?
It's over, 20, game point.
The world
13.
#1 has been at her very best. You sense a really solid display from the off here. 7 game points for TAI Tzu Ying. And what a finish with the cross net. Beautiful way to secure the game. She takes it 21-13 in 14 minutes played.
First game won by
Hasn't been under pressure really in this opening game, and it will be very interesting to see what Yamaguchi can come up with here from the beginning of the second game.
Well, TAI Tzu Ying, her style unpredictable and spontaneous. She's been offensive and unmatchable so far. She's got a game to the good, the world #1, and is playing some really, really standout badminton from the off here. She has got a determined look about her, has TAI Tzu Ying, as we join the start of game 2 here in this first women's semi-final.
Play.
Well, it's been a semi-final that promises much, this one, but you do sense that Akane Yamaguchi is going to have to really get stuck in right now to contest this. It's a do-or-die game for her.
Service over. 1-all.
Well, it's more proactive from Yamaguchi, which is encouraging. She needs to find the court.
Yeah, that's for sure. In a way, badminton is a very, very simple game. Just 2 rules apply. Got to get it over the net, keep it within the lines.
It's easy from here, isn't it? Mind you, you've actually done a lot of that.
3-1.
Another dazzling array from TAI Tzu Ying. Seems to make the game look so easy.
And this time it was TAI Tzu Ying missing the same shot as what I was trying to describe in the opening game, where Yamaguchi missed the straight drop shot from the round ahead situation. It's not an easy shot to play. But look at that, attacking clear. Right height. Just putting so much pressure on Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi is really opting the pace in this rally, really pushing so hard. And she also, at one stage, look at that one, that was the one. The cross-court attacking clear to the deep forehand corner, also setting off a good attacking opportunity. Really pushing hard now in terms of pace, Yamaguchi. Tactically, I think that's very astute. I think that's a clever move by Yamaguchi. This is the chance she's got, and she's taking it at the right time, really trying to add on some pressure here in the beginning of the second game. Will it be enough? That's the question.
Well, she came out of the blocks in sparkling form in game 1 and then generated a run of 6 consecutive points. But even in game 2, she's looking pretty in touch with her A game.
Yeah, the coaching bench from Japan applauding here. Very understandable. Good attacking shot, that one there. This one, the difficult block shot there. This time it worked. But there is no doubt, watching this match, who is working the hardest to win the rallies. Yamaguchi is working so hard. Can she maintain? But I think she's achieving what she wants to achieve, and we saw it here, the mistake on the return of serve, shaking up TAI Tzu Ying just a little bit.
Crowd appreciative of the investment from both players.
6-7.
She's really up the level. That's quite apparent over the last 5-6 points or so.
Service over. 8-6.
She covered that one. Good anticipation by Yamaguchi. Touch letting her down on the last one there.
Service over. 7-8.
Another favourite shot from TAI Tzu Ying from that forehand to the deep forehand corner. The pace is just phenomenal at the moment. Yamaguchi pushing as hard as she can. Really, really, really well played.
Yeah, it was all out aggression there, wasn't it, from the Japanese? The tension, the physicality, the investment of effort was palpable there. Lung buster that point.
9-7.
Yeah, the two players asking to towel down while the court is getting mopped. But try to look at the investment here.
She's been denied much time to play with, hasn't she? And it's sort of stifled her creativity a little, TAI Tzu Ying. And that's kind of the way of, I can articulate it really. Yamaguchi is working so hard to just try and do whatever she can to
minimize the time that TAI Tzu Ying has got.
Brilliant from the Japanese. In game one, TAI Tzu Ying was wielding the artist's brush. Game two, it's got a different feel about it. It's the Japanese to the turn first. 11-7 to her this time. I do sense that Yamaguchi has to keep the pace up to keep Yamaguchi at bay and stop her excellent artistry. Now, just a little bit of deceptive skill there.
12-7.
Just not able to find the court, the world #1 on that occasion.
So it's over, 8-12.
Well, you take your hat off to the Japanese. She's done well to get back into contention here. She's really had to go to the trenches and wrestle with her opponent.
Yeah, but what she has achieved as well, not only by, you know, adding on the pressure and all that, she's getting many more unforced errors from TAI Tzu Ying because she's stressing her. And I think that is extremely important.
Yeah, they're starting to come thick and fast now, aren't they, from TAI Tzu Ying?
15-8.
Got a different feel about it now.
It wasn't over.
8.
Eight of the last 9 points have been won by the Japanese.
See, once again, is stressing her. She's made a lot of mistakes on return of services because she wants to make sure that the pressure is really up there, and then she's making the mistakes.
Yeah, her feathers have been ruffled, there's no doubting that.
There was a good guess there by Yamaguchi, covering the backhand side.
18-8.
And at this rate, the world #1 looks like she might be unlikely to make double figures this game. Lets her off the hook, does Yamaguchi without miss.
18.
Of course, the biggest question is that big chances this match will go into 3 games, of course, and will Yamaguchi be able physically to keep up that pressure and pace? Oh, look at that beautiful shot.
That's very special.
Backhand smash here from TAI Tzu Ying, and it was very crisp indeed.
Reverse slice, dropped like a stone.
It's over, 19-10.
Another mistake on return of service.
Game point, 10.
I haven't counted them in this second game, but I think perhaps even 5 or 6.
Yamaguchi does really well. To generous applause, she steals the second game, 21 points to 10. That was one-way, lopsided. So we are going to be treated to a third and deciding game. Don't go anywhere.
した時にスピード落ちと読むともで前半ここスタート勝負だけどスピード上げて速い球で打ってくるんでそこしのげないといけないそこで向こうの流れいいから自分のきついけんここねしっとくいかないとね
とりあえず11までねフルで動けでも長いラリーで頑張って今イケンでも 結構頑張って動きいってるじゃん。相手がどんどん遅れたから自分のミスが増えたから、ここは今からちょっとね、前半が大事だよ、ファイナルで。
自分のことしっかりやればいいから、相手のこと考えず自分ができることしっかりやればいい、自信持って。
今最後はこのクロススマッシュアウトですけど、このぐらいスマッシュなかったら本当に相手バランスが悪かったからペイントカットでもいいよ、ペイントカットでも大丈夫です
迷わずに見切り決め
もうフルで動く、フルで動く、ラリー頑張って
自分の気持ちで自分でね。
Well, it's been a really fast turnaround here in this women's singles semi-final from the top half of the draw. Akane Yamaguchi really showing a lot of character to take this the distance and detain the reigning champion. Both players, Morton, so good at finding solutions on the court.
They're all, both of them, looking for it the whole time. And this one we have a challenge on, and I think it looks in on that one there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But let's see. It's all about the player here in the picture in the white T-shirts, whether she can keep the same amount of pressure and pace on her opponent in the third and final game here. She did so well in the second, and I actually think physically she can, because she won that second game quite easily, 21-10. So but that doesn't mean that she will win it, because I think that TAI Tzu Ying also needs to up her game a bit, and I think she's capable. We could be treated to a very, very good third game here.
And do you sense that the player in your picture, the world #1, will rein in a little bit and be a little bit more percentage and dig deep herself, work the point a little more rather than being too flamboyant?
I think she will dig deep, and I think she will work harder than what she did in the second game. And there we saw that disguise again. Favorite shot.
There's a lot of self-trust imbued in the player from China.
The thing is that she's got that flick cross into the deep forehand corner from the same position, and that's why she's catching her opponents on it.
She's up the level from the off, hasn't she? Almost in frustration from being demeaned with only 10 points out of game 2. Wow, what an astonishing level. They've both found so much to admire about this point right here.
5-love.
Yeah, and we see how TAI Tzu Ying is finishing this rally. This one, this time it goes to that deep forehand corner, as I just explained earlier.
Under pressure, buckling. Yamaguchi right now, her head will be spinning like a washing machine, you'd imagine. Needs to steady the ship somehow. Get on that scoreboard. It's a belittling place when there's nothing on it. I'm the world #1 and defending champion. Let me remind you of that.
7.
Yeah, what a good start by TAI Tzu Ying. And Yamaguchi have to find some of that spark she had in the second game, playing faster. That is really good play.
She is all over this third game like a rash.
8 love.
Should TAI Tzu Ying win this game here? She, last year in 2018, she won 39 matches in 2 straight games. 11 matches where she lost
Service over.
the first game,
8.
but only 4 matches where she won the first game and lost the second and won the third. So that's only 4 matches out of 60, which is 6.67%.
Fascinating.
So
well done.
that's not a lot of matches that has gone that way as this one.
Yeah, well said. Just 4 lost, having taken the opener. That's quite something. Well done, Morten. You've been busy.
Good attack there by TAI Tzu Ying. That's better from Yamaguchi.
You can hear the investment of energy with the footwork patter on the court. To no avail for Yamaguchi there, though.
Yamaguchi's handles in court.
Just when you thought TAI Tzu Ying was playing badminton from another planet, Akane Yamaguchi digs very, very deep to ask yet another question of the world #1.
Yamaguchi needs a little bit of luck to close the gap. It will be good for her if she will be 11-7, 11-8 down at the interval. It's highly unlikely to happen.
Service over. 10-3.
But it is sport, isn't it? And this is why we love sports so much, because you never know quite what's going to unfold. Super sharp TAI Tzu Ying right now. Marches to the kit box with a dominant 11-3 lead at the turn of game 3.
Yamaguchi-san, back in court. (11-3). Play.
That's a very, very good lift from Yamaguchi.
Another riveting point from both.
3.
Yeah, that's in.
Service over. 4-12.
There's a lot of catching up to do here for Yamaguchi. But she's just setting up the attacking opportunity so nicely here, and Yamaguchi completely out of balance. She gets that one. Yamaguchi gets the cross one from the net. Try to have a look at this. She's already gone there. She's seen it. But look, once again, TAI Tzu Ying actually able to play that shot on the backhand side.
Service over. 15-5.
Well, it was that rampant run of 8 straight points from the off in this deciding game that has stood the world #1 in good stead here, and she's built steadily from that 8-point lead thereafter. You sense there's no turning back now.
No. It's a foregone conclusion. TAI Tzu Ying will win this match. She's played a very strong first game, winning 21-13. Yamaguchi really put on some good pressure in the second, but here in the third, there's no doubt that TAI Tzu Ying has just upped the ante a bit once again, and proving to be too strong here for Yamaguchi.
17-5.
She's got all the answers right now, the world #1.
What can you say?
Sumptuous, that's what I say. That was absolutely gorgeous, Morten.
Yeah.
18-5. Service over. 6-18.
One of just a couple of unforced errors this game. She has been just so utterly focused. Now she's got to guard against that kind of complacency and flamboyance. It's easy to start wanting to finish in a flurry, and that's kind of what you sense she might be trying to do. Spare, I thought, for Yamaguchi. It's a tough assignment taking on TAI Tzu Ying in this kind of form. She's worked hard as well. Again, minor lapse of concentration for
8-19.
TAI. Redeems herself immediately that time, though. Nice smile breaks over her fresh face. So 12 match points for TAI Tzu Ying.
And she takes the first one. This happened only 4 times last year in 2018, where TAI Tzu Ying won the first, lost the second, and then won the third game. Only 4 times out of 60 matches.
The 2 times All England Open champion marches on in Birmingham, her Midlands campaign intact. Totally orchestrating affairs at will, seemingly coming through in 3 games. TAI Tzu Ying comes through 21-13, 10-21, 21-8 in 46 minutes. What a showing from the world #1.